Just to give this movie props, Sam Rockwell as George W. Bush. Mwah, casting. Hello and welcome to the Vice review. So Vice is the true story about Dick Cheney, and who's played by Christian Bale. And if you don't know who Dick Cheney is, basically who he is that he was the vice president of George W. Bush. Another word to describe their relationship would be
the pinky and the brain. Yes, pinky and the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane.
So what it is that not a lot of people know about him, but basically what he did was he reinvented the position of vice president. Back in the day before George W. Bush, like the vice president job was very symbolic. So Dick Cheney came along and just said, hey, I can do more. So he was like, put me up for more things and I'll get the job. And and George W. Bush just went, sure! And we have a movie. So starting from the start, Christian Bale's performance is absolutely fantastic. I mean, like, I don't really know that much about Dick Cheney. I mean, I saw a documentary about him, like, trying to get, like, more of an idea of what he did for this movie. Christian Bale, like, he nails everything. The makeup is absolutely fantastic, and Christian Bale just nails the voice down to a T. It's just spot on. Like, and then Christian Bale, I wouldn't be disappointed if he won the Oscar. I don't think he will, because I think Robbie Malek could probably get the Oscar, but I think he probably has a chance. Everyone else does a really good job in this movie. Amy Adams does a great job with his wife, really showing the frustration of being, like, the vice president's wife, but also being this guy's wife. Sam Rockwell, again, he's an absolute fantastic actor. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have that much to do in this movie, but when you do see him, you're like, that's George W. Bush. Now, this movie is directed by the guy who did Anchorman, Step Brothers, but he also did The Big Short, so he's really, like, coming on as a director. And one thing I knew that this movie wasn't going to be, I knew it wasn't going to be boring, which is something that's really hard to do when you're trying to put up politics in a movie, and not a lot of people are interested in politics. You try to make it, like, fun and interesting, and that's something that he does. Like, the way that this movie's edited, it is quite fun and interesting. But if you're not really into, like, American politics, this movie really isn't going to be that interesting for you. It's quite dull and a bit boring at times, and sometimes a bit slow. Sometimes the editing choices don't really make sense. There's a couple of times where there's a couple of shots that's just like, okay, that could have been cleaned out a bit, that could have been brushed out a bit, and the first 30 minutes of this movie really could have been cut out or probably just shortened down a bit. You can see that this director is really passionate about the genre he's trying to put out to us, and I can see why this movie is nominated for an Oscar. It's like one of those Oscar movies, but the thing about this movie that really holds it together is the performance, the direction, the writing, and it's not a boring movie, and that's something that I think this movie gravitates towards than from like other politics movies that just, are just boring and just nothing like interesting about the direction whatsoever. Okay, so have you seen Vice? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.